Hey everybody, it's Ed back with another tip for Manga Studio 5. This one will greatly speed up your workflow if you're anything like me. It involves the combination of two features, one called the auto action and another which is just reassigning shortcut keys. So I have a comic book page here. Haven't done much with it. Have one illustration in this top right panel of an angry platypus. His name is Darwin. And just going to show you how to make a very simple auto action. You can make really complicated auto actions, and I'm sure you'd be better at figuring out which ones you specifically need for your comic projects, but hopefully this will demonstrate the basic idea and you can use it to do those things. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an auto action for filling. So what I used to do back in Manga Studio 4 when I would do fills is I would actually go in and line with like the marker tool. I'd line all around the edges and then fill. It was horrible. The selection tools have gotten a lot better in Manga Studio 5, and if you do this quick hotkey you can actually make it just a little bit faster. So he's got three colors to him: his beak, his skin, and then his stomach. They're all over here. This is a custom color set I created. If you want to see how to create a custom color set, you can learn that in one of my other videos. Okay, so I'm going to create a quick fill auto action here. So we have two layers here with line work and colors. We're going to fill in on the colors layer, so we're going to select that. And we're going to create an auto action. So an auto action is basically like a set of repeated steps that you just know you'll always repeat in the same order, and so you want to just automate that. So I'm going to click on the auto action tab here. I'm going to click down here and say add a new auto action. I'm going to call it quick fill. Okay, and right now there are no actions to it, so in order to do that you actually have to start the action. Okay, so I'm going to fill his stomach this yellow color, and we're going to add that. So we're going to do three things. We're going to select with the wand. We're going to expand the selection slightly. We're going to fill it and then deselect it. Okay. So you start this button to record, and then it'll record all your actions after that and save it as your auto action. So I have my wand. I select. I expand ever so slightly. Expand by 2. I fill. Oops. Oh, that's why I don't have a color selected. I had transparency selected. I fill. And you notice what I did there is I actually deselected these two fills, just telling it that I don't want those to actually be included. Then I deselect, Control D, and you can see that. So we selected it with the wand. Notice how select with the wand doesn't show up. That's because that's something that the computer program can't figure out, can't intuit that you want to do. You have to take the wand is a tool you have to use yourself. You can't really automate it. You have to tell it what you want to select. It can't just figure that out. So you're going to still have to use the wand to use this auto action, but then everything after that is automated. So you select with the wand. We've changed the color, and then filled. Okay, and actually I think we want to take off the drawing color as well. You probably want to have the color selected to what it is. So we can hit stop, and we've got it saved. Okay, so now let's say I want to fill in his beak. I can pick this guy here. I can select the beak, and I can hit play, and it fills it. Select here, make sure I have the right color, hit play, fills it. I'm just going to undo those to show you the next part. So that's not necessarily that much quicker than me just saying, okay, I'm going to select and I'm going to hit fill, right? So we want it to be a little bit faster than that, and one way you can do that is you can add it to a shortcut. So I'm actually going to go up here to the File menu, Shortcut Settings, and then here it'll probably come up to Main Menu when you start it. You'll want to come up here and select Auto Action, go into the default folder, and then Quick Fill. And it tells you, it's kind of nice here, it tells you how to do this when you want to set your own shortcut. And shortcuts could be a single key, or they could be control or command key, etc. Okay, I'm using Windows, so mine are control something. Like control P would be print in most programs. So I'm going to take the quick fill and I'm going to give it a new thing. So I'm going to select it, I'm going to hit edit shortcut, and then you just type whatever you want the short key to be. Now I'm going to pick one that I know already has an assigned thing to it, just to show you what happens when you do that. So the G button, G is in Gary, like the snail from SpongeBob. If you hit that button, it says G is already in use, gradient fill. Okay, so you can actually click OK and delete that shortcut if you want to, or you can preserve it and pick a different one. In this case, I think I'll pick F for fill. And look, F hasn't been used. F on its own has not been used. So I'll just hit OK. And now I have it saved. Now, as long as these checkboxes are checked, the checkbox next to quick fill is checked, I can use that function with just the letter F. So I make sure I have my wand tool, got my belly color, hit that, hit F, done. Hit that, hit F, done. Hit that, and so forth. Now on something this simple, maybe it's not that big of a deal, but if you have a huge comic project, this could save you a lot of time if you're just flatting out colors or something like that. And there's other things that you can do. For instance, I created this one called Create Typical Layers, because when I start a project, when I've got a page like this where it's divided into a bunch of different panels, I end up having this problem where basically I got to sit there and every time create a set of layers, you know. So I might have like a pencil layer, and then I'll have a inks layer, then maybe a weight a layer for weight lines or for shading or something like that. And it's just really tedious if you've got lots of panels to do that. So I created one, and I assigned it to the L key. L is in Larry. Maybe you can guess why that is. If you think about it long enough, you'll probably figure it out. Anyway, so you can see in this frame here, I don't actually have any layers in it like I do in this frame. So I select that, make sure this guy's open, and I can just hit L, and boom, it creates 4 layers for me. Weight lines, line work, shadows, background. Pretty awesome. I can do that for each of them. Really makes life a lot easier. So there's just 2 examples of some quick auto actions you can create to make things work a little bit faster. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope this helps you make better comics and speeds up your process. And until next time, I'll see you on the internet.